Verse 14, bless those who persecute you. Wow. Now, that just sounds crazy. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. Now, this just seems outrageous. I don't know about you, but when I read that, bless those who persecute you. Because when people attack you, when people try to do harm to you, the natural thing is to want to harm them back, is to attack back, is to retaliate. And yet Paul says, when people persecute you, don't curse them, bless them. Bless them. Bless them doesn't seem like a natural response, but it's the heavenly response. It's the kingdom response. It's not, see, the pattern of this world is to curse them back. People are cursing you. People are persecuting you. You want to curse them back. You want to persecute them back. Are they going to make my life miserable? I want to make their life miserable. That just seems like the ways of this world. Yeah? The natural ways of this world. See, we must be transformed by the renewing of our mind. Then we will know the perfect will of God. God's will, when people persecute you and curse you, is that you bless them back. Now, you can't do that unless you understand the grace of God, unless you understand the gospel. People are lost. People are a part of this world. People are under the control of the devil. They're just doing what they naturally do. They hate you because you're a believer. They attack you, persecute you because you're a believer. Or perhaps they're religious people. Like Paul was attacked by religious people. They think that they're believers, and they're attacking you because of your stand for the gospel of grace. But those people, they're just doing what they naturally do because they're conforming to the patterns of this world. They're reacting in their flesh, and they're attacking you. And so Paul's saying, don't react in your flesh. Don't react according to the patterns of this world. React from a higher realm, the pattern of the kingdom of God. And that is to bless them. To bless them. See, you could curse them back, and all that's going to do is start a fight that'll probably just escalate and escalate, and no one's going to be helped and blessed in that situation. But if you bless them back, there is a chance that their hearts might be impacted. They might be changed. God could get a hold of that through them. Like, wow, I attacked that person. I persecuted them. I hurt them. And yet they didn't retaliate and attack me back. And in fact, they blessed me. They invited me to their house. They opened their home to me. They wanted to contribute to some of my needs. You know, it'll cause people's hearts to be challenged. When Paul was unsaved as a Pharisee, remember Stephen, he got up and he was preaching the gospel, and all these religious Pharisees gathered around and they stoned him. And it says they laid, those people that were stoning Stephen, those people, they laid their garments at the feet of a young man named Saul. This was Paul, the apostle, Saul. He was the one in charge, and he was condoning what was happening. He was giving approval to it, and he witnessed Stephen being stoned. And as Stephen was being stoned, he looked up to heaven and he saw Jesus standing at the right hand of the Father, giving Stephen a standing ovation. And Stephen said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." He was being attacked. He was being persecuted. He was being cursed. He was being murdered. And in all of that, he didn't retaliate. He didn't fight back at them. He didn't shout back at them. He didn't curse them. In fact, he blessed them. What a blessing. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And you got to know that that would have had an impact on Paul. Seeing that happen, hearing Stephen say, forgive them, for then that would have impacted Paul. And perhaps that was one of the seeds that was sown in his heart that caused him to respond to Jesus when he encountered Jesus on the road to Damascus. Paul eventually surrendered his heart to Jesus, but perhaps that was one of the things that had an impact on him. So it's a challenging thing, but it's something that we need to be transformed. Our character needs to be transformed. Our thinking. When our hearts are transformed, actually our initial response will be, oh, God, bless those people who are attacking me. You won't take it so personally. You won't be so offended. You won't be so put out. You'll see them as a lost person that needs the love of Jesus. This is an incredible, awesome thing.